Great day, great day. Trader Reg here. Give me a quick update on the markets. Some pretty wild stuff is going on, out here in this market. We already know the world is in chaos and there's a lot going on. But one thing that is very interesting is this Euro USD. Okay. For the first time in 20 years, the euro was dollar for dollar in parity with the US dollar. Okay. So that means if you went to Europe, you were only getting $1 to $1 in exchange. We wasn't no getting extra money when you go over to Europe or whatever to spend. It's all the same. So it's very interesting to see how that affects the economy. It's pretty extreme right now to the downside. You can see the low today was 0.99999. Had a huge move up and kind of leveled off from that area. As you can see, here's the huge move up here from that low, and then it's kind of settling back down, which is I guess the classic theory of move too fast won't last. It was a huge move up quickly. I mean, it happened within, let's go to a 15-minute chart. You can see 30 minutes, boom, 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 boom. So more than likely coming back down, but we will see. All right. And you can see overall this thing is weak and it's going to be very interesting. Could it go lower? We'll see. It's got to go back down and test this low possibly, and then we can see what happens. Now let's go over to the U.S. market. A couple of things happened at the U.S. market. I do still believe we're going lower. We could see higher prices are pretty up and down day. We are waiting on some important numbers this week. But one thing I am seeing here, okay, you heard the concept, lower highs, higher lows. You hear that in markets. So you can see here, 473 was a high. Here, 462 is a high. Now I'm looking at the S&P. You can see 445 is a high. Here's a high. Now I'm looking at they call these peaks and thorough. Peak, the low, peak, the low, peak, peak, or the low, and then it's a sideways. And then the high, the low, try to move up. Here's the high or the peak. 447 here. This high here. Now, you see, I'm going to the green candles, because those are up candles. Red candles are down. This is 429. We came down again. Here's another thorough. We come up, boom, 417. Okay. We had a nice move down here, heavy move. Boom. We stop up in here, 382. Look where we at again right now. We hit, not 382. The high was 391. I'm sorry. We come back over here, we are at 390. So it's very interesting to see what happens, to see if we can get out of this 391 area, which so happens to be the top of this gap. The high of this candle here is 395. The low of this candle here is 401. Okay, so we have not been able to get inside and close that gap. Is there a possibility that we can? Yes. Can we definitely fail? Yep, we can come back and get this gap later. I know they like to fill the voids on these gaps, but it doesn't have to happen right away. Okay, now when I look at this, I see it's right at our 8, or what we call a T line, is above the 20. Now remember, we buy off the 20. We like to buy off the 20 or short off the 20 or sell. So that's just some things to look at. Let me take this off because I do not. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it now. I'm trying to make it easier for y'all to look at. Let's see. There we go. All right. So we can see here is a very small gap down yesterday. Went up a little bit to try to fill it, but we can see here, look, close of this day was 388. High of yesterday was 386. So interesting. We did not fill the gap. There's a small miniature, mini little itty bitty gaps. Guess what? Those are powerful. Now, I love gaps like that because it shows it's a very sneaky gap, but it shows a void. It shows me that no buyers came back in to fill that. Buyers didn't like the prices above that. It's very interesting. It's very small gap. So we got to keep an eye on this to see what happens today. Now, this thing is above the 20. Okay, it's above, even though the 20-day moving averages are still pointing lower. The trend is still lower. Highs and lows are still lower. I still believe we're going lower, but it's a matter of when. It's a matter of when. If the chart do something different, then we'll be all over it. But in this case, again, I am seeing a gap here, which I believe is the secret to what's about to happen today, or this week. Which if this gap holds, which a lot of times those little small gaps don't hold, but if you see them hold, something to pay attention to. Okay, just something to pay attention to. Very interesting. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be an interesting day. A couple of stocks I'm looking at is Meta. Look at that failure off the 20 on the daily. That is what we're looking for. Failure off the 20, gap there. Again, everything I talk about here, the educational purposes only. Do not give education advice. I am not looking to, investment advice. I'm not looking to give you any type of recommendation, anything like that. Please seek a qualified advisor. Just here telling you what I believe the market could be doing. I'm not telling you what you should be doing. Okay. We do have classes and things like that. You can send a quick email to support@covenant seed, SEED, education.com, and we can talk more about that. But at this point right now, let's just keep making some money. That's the goal. All right, that's the goal. You want to make money, you want to be educated. Let's work on doing that. All right, that's our goal. Money is the answer to all things. The love of money is what makes money evil, but money is the answer to all things. You can help others with money. You can do things with money. You can enjoy life with money. You can help your children. You can change generations with money. Okay, it's how we treat it. It's our relationship to it. And one way to get it is this market. Okay, can the market take it from you? Yes, the market can take it from you. It's very risky, but there's a risk value to everything you do in life, and you have to measure the risk, and you have to actually manage the risk, because you can do anything you want in life, but you have to manage the risk side to it. Okay, so let's think about that. But this market is one way that people have got wealthy. Okay, so let's work together. Let's get wealth. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. But this is a stock looking at Meta. This is Facebook. For anybody that don't know what Meta is, it has been, you can see in this sideways trend. Let me go down. Let me go to the overall trend so you can see it. This stock is just getting hammered since they talked about Meta. 384 down to 154. It's a huge drop. Could be going lower. Just something to think about. Apple, see this huge M pattern, a double top. Look at that. 1, 2, boom. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a mini M inside of a huge M. Okay. You can see this is right in here. And look at that. You take 180 to 150, you're looking at 130. Where are we at? We're 120. We went as low as 129. So there's still a chance that we can get to 130, I mean 120. As a measurement, doesn't have to be exact, nothing is exact, but this channel here, or this uh, lost my train of thought, but this was telling me that this is going lower. Okay. Um, still can go lower, even though it's at 144, back at 144, there's a chance. We'll see. Google, same thing. These stocks are trying to bottom a little bit. We are seeing some type of bullish action, but we'll see how long it lasts. I don't know if it's going to be able to pop up out of here. That's why I keep saying I believe that this thing is going lower. And when you have days like yesterday where you have small gaps on charts, excuse me, kind of is alarming to me. Here's our 130 chart, and you can see there's a gap there. It's hidden. It's a hidden gap. So I really want to see how this play out tomorrow, because that gap is very interesting. Not showing here, but it's showing here. This is the close of yesterday. This is the open of, this is the close of Friday. This is the open of yesterday. There's a void here. This low is 294. This high is 293. It never got back above there. Something to pay attention to. All right, everybody, happy trading, happy day, great day. Make the best of it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. No matter where you at, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, please. I see S&P Qs just turned green. All right, we'll see what happens today. Have a great one.